Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to make a scatter chart from this data I have here in my spreadsheet. It's not exactly the same as the data you're using in your project, but the methods that I'm about to demonstrate are the same methods that you'll need to use. So instead of having 3 months worth of data, I have 1 year's worth of data here. So almost a year to the 25th of December. And instead of having information about the moon's latitude, I have the number of hours of daylight that was happening in Brisbane from sunrise to sunset. And I got this information from the Maritime Safety Queensland website. Now, before I try to do a scatter chart, I want numerical data for both axes. So this is already numerical data, but the dates, well, they're not exactly numbers. They are a time sequence, which is important, but I need to do a little bit of work first. So I'll press Control Shift and then down arrow to highlight all of these values and move them across a bit. Now I'm going to calculate the day number, and Excel can help me do this. So I really want to know the number of days since the 1st of January. And this will be numerical data ranging from 0 to about 360 odd. And that's the data I'm going to use as my horizontal axis. So I'll press an equals sign to begin a formula. And I'll click on the cell A5. Now, Excel has a number in mind for that cell. It's basically, Excel starts counting the date from the beginning of the year 1900. So however many days elapsed from then until the 1st of January 2021, that's the number that Excel has in its memory. And if I subtract the same number, I'll get the answer 0, of course, which is good. Now, before I press enter, I press the F4 key then to put dollar signs on the second cell reference. So that's now a fixed reference. When I copy this formula downwards, the first cell, this A5 at the front, it will update to A6 and then A7 and A8 and so on. But the second one with the dollar signs will not update. It will remain fixed at A5. So I'll always be calculating, say, from the 5th of January, subtract the 1st of January. That'll give me 4 days. So the first one's 0 as expected. Double click on that, and there's the second one, 4 days later. 10th of January, 9 days later. These are the numbers that we're going to use on our scatter chart. Control Shift down arrow to highlight the lot, then insert scatter chart just with the data points, and there it is. You can see at the beginning of the year the days were quite long, in the middle of the year the days were shorter, and at the end of the year the days were long again. Not unexpected, summertime in January and December, wintertime in June and July. I will change the chart title. So this reads Daylight for Brisbane in Queensland. It changes in different cities and places around the world. I will add some titles to the axis. The vertical axis will be the daylight hours, measured in hours. The horizontal axis is the day number. Because it's a number, there's no unit, it's literally just a number. We're counting the number of days. That's almost done. I noticed that the automatic markers they used here were large blue dots. I'm just going to click on the blue dots to highlight that data series. And then the Format tab, I can come across here to Format, and I've already selected Series 1. Now the little thing that looks like a bucket of paint is where we get to change these choices. I don't have any lines, it's only markers. And I'll say, let's come down here to, where do I need to, marker options. And I'll go for built-in markers. Instead of coloured dots, I might go for X's. And I think I'll make them just a little bit smaller so that they don't overlap quite so much. And there's my data series. I can always increase the size of that a bit if I want to have a closer look. So each of those little X's represents a data point in my scatter chart. It's a time series because the day numbers across the bottom represent the times in days since the start of 2021, and the vertical in this case is the hours of daylight. Yours won't be that, but the steps that I took to generate this scatter chart will be exactly the same as the ones you'll need to take. Okay then, thanks for watching.